All right, now still a little bit bright according to my thing checker. On the screen, it looks really dark. Even on this side, it looks really dark because this is the M50, not R50. Oh, sorry, Canon. I know you don't want to mention that anymore.
Yeah, let's not mention that.
No, I'm joking. They didn't say that to me.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the place to go to if you want to set up your own slick-looking website or online store.
I would like to welcome you to the splendour of the Super Bokeh Bros Gardens. Welcome, welcome. Unfortunately, we have come here in the winter, so everything looks a bit bare. I don't mean like the animal bear. Anyway, what we're talking about, we've got two new cameras. We've got two Canon cameras. This is the R8 and Locke is filming with the R50. Locke keeps calling it the M8 and the M50. That would be their previous EOS M9. They didn't have an M8, I don't think. I think they had an M6.
I just keep saying M50.
Yeah.
I didn't say M8.
Yes, you did. You asked if I got the M8 and the M50. Yes, yes. We can show that. Look, I'm camouflaging as a tree now, just to make sure I can get a stealthy shot of that tree right there. Look, it looks like some knick-knack crisps or something. So yeah, the R8. This is a new full-frame camera. It may look a bit like the RP. That's because they have pretty much reused the RP body. And that's a good thing because I like the RP body. It's nice, small, lightweight. But they've changed things. Lock.
Oh, what?
Lock thing. That seems to be their new thing. The R6 Mark II, they put a new on and off switch with a lock dial, didn't they? And then now, over there, they've got stills and movie mode dial.
That is really good.
That is good, yeah.
Rather than an on-off button there.
Yeah.
It's a huge on-off button.
It makes
before.
sense. In terms of sensor, it's a 24 megapixel sensor, similar to the one, well, I think it's the same one as the R6 Mark II, which is all good. I think inside you'll find that it's very similar to the R6 Mark II. Outside, similar to the RP, but this isn't replacing the RP as such. This is going in between the RP and the R6 Mark II. So it's replacing the R, the OG R. Do you remember that with the little kind of sensitive touch bar there? Did anybody like that? No, probably not. No. That's gone because this is its replacement. It feels good. I like it.
No touch bar and R6 II in an RP body, things are looking good so far. It's a lower end body that is not so lower end with a low end price. Sounds brilliant.
Oh look, there's our gardener. He's good job. Good job.
So
we're having to fit this with more up-to-date tech than the RP. The RP was just all right, mainly for stills. He's just doing donuts. I have to talk to HR about that. He's just been doing donuts. He's just going round and round.
As you might have noticed, apart from our lovely gardens, that the footage from the R50 is looking a little bit shaky.
This is just lens IS, by the way. That's low in-body stabilization.
Yeah.
Not that one as well.
Both no sensor shift IBIS, but I wouldn't say they're the same.
This is the Super Bokeh Bros swimming pool.
After all, it seems the R8 has less shaky 4K footage.
It's brand new. All those Squarespace sponsors have allowed us to do that. And this video is brought to you by Squarespace if you want a website.
Kai, we already did that bit. That was at the beginning, wasn't it?
Go to, and you can use a 10% discount in the link below. Look, that bunny's got a bottom.
Running.
Look at that. That's a little bit graphic, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that. That's got DigicX processor. This got DigicX processor. Latest processor. So it's a lot quicker for stuff. Well, this has got 40 FPS, isn't it?
Yeah.
40 FPS electronic shutter mode, so it's like really fast. We've come to the right place for that, but you know, it could be worse. It could be Fujifilm and you have a brand new camera that's really fast and you do macro stuff. Stick insect! Watch, look at that stick insect go! I can get you to run in a minute, so that's all good.
As if that would ever happen, this is Locke in action, so to speak. Couldn't even be bothered to get up on the sofa. So the inevitable happened. And I don't mean me taking pictures of flowers.
Okay, autofocus test. Let's try it for stills.
Both the Jig X, both no IBIS, not the same for continuous shooting though, as the R50 buffer starts to max out as I got closer to the camera. The R8 might have a full frame sensor, but has got a larger buffer and faster electronic shutter burst, even though the R50 has a faster mechanical shutter burst. However, in the AF department, more similarities.
And by the way, it's got dual pixel AF2, which is better than 1. So now it's got face, eye, body, head,
Shoulders, knees and toes.
hair, dog, cat, lizard, maybe not lizard, horse,
Trains, airplane.
any kind of vehicles with wheels and not wheels basically. Does it do boats?
No.
What? That's a disaster.
Discrimination.
Yeah, exactly.
Boats have feelings too.
You can imagine somebody with their Helly Hansen jackets going, oh no, I want to take a picture of my yacht. I can't do that now.
Otherwise, you're good to go with subject detection for photographing your horses, trains and airplanes on the R8. The R50 apparently doesn't include those as part of its subject detection repertoire, but they matter. Eyes are far more important things, and the focusing system on both are marvellous at picking out eyes even when they're quite tiny in the frame. Recognises my head from behind too, and it didn't get put off by things in the background, or whatever I'm doing here.
By the way, talking about focus, you've got three flexible zone AFs to choose from. I'm just going to choose whole area AF, and there we are.
And you can customize the area of the width and height as well.
When you're wearing glasses, it should focus on the eye.
This recognize your eye.
Well, recognizing the eye is one thing, whether it's actually on the eye or the glasses.
It got HDR viewfinder.
Yeah, you've got the, was it OVF assist or something like that, that we saw in the R6 Mark II. So basically they try to make the viewfinder look like a DSLR viewfinder, that's what they say. It's just like an optical viewfinder because you've got that dynamic range there.
Oh, by the way, this viewfinder is so it's tiny. When I look through, it's like, oh, no good for my 40-year-old eye.
So yeah, nice viewfinder. 120 FPS refresh rate, which is not bad, is it? That's nice. I like it. Oh, look at those. So they've given me this wide lens, super wide lens. They've also announced 2 new lenses. They've got the 24 to 50, and then the other one I forgot, put on the screen. 55 to 210. We could just cut that and the last bit and pretend I already knew it. They've got the 24 to 50. The second lens is a 55 to 210 RFS lens. There we are, done. I like this, the light going through it looks great. So they're aiming these at content creators of varying levels. This is more towards people who are already using some rubbish cameras and they want people to upgrade to this. That is for smartphone users, that people will think that, oh, Instagram, I'm going to use my phone to take photos.
Yeah, whatevs Trevs. Still, both the R8 and R50 have the basic necessities of a creator, other than awkwardly posing for pictures like literally every 15 seconds, yeah?
That's like something in Mario.
That is, it's got the tilty flippy screen, vertical orientation video.
Even that's quite a boring photo, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to delete that when I get home. Never mind, but it's nice colour science anyway, even though it's going straight in the bin.
And de-uglifying filters and prettifying scene modes.
Smooth skin. Oh look, I want to test out on smooth skin. Let's see how smooth the skin is. Oh, okay.
Well, the smooth skin mode certainly scores high on the Dolphin rating.
Busy? Why is it always busy? God. It's like the friend that doesn't want to be friends with you. I'm busy. I'm busy.
The portrait mode takes it a bit easy on the skin smoothing.
Portrait, self-portrait.
The self-portrait mode must know the camera user tends to have uglier looking skin than the people you're taking photos of, because the skin smoothing seems to be higher than on the portrait mode. The R50 adds creative filter bracketing and a sweep panorama mode if you need.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, look how great that is. Okay, it stitches quite well.
Yeah, way better than years before.
Yeah. Sweep panorama, sweep, and then try again.
But it seems like Locke is needing something else for the R50 video footage.
Okay, but I think I should turn on digital IS.
Do you need it? Because there will be a crop. I think they call it something like a digital movie image stabilization or something like that. Some fancy name, isn't it?
The R50 certainly shows some shakes in 4K mode, lessened with digital IS on, albeit not completely organically smooth. Then there's the enhanced mode, which crops quite a bit more. I think the R8 does quite a bit better even with just optical stabilization. Digital IS is quite useful without sacrificing too much with the crop, so I don't think it's really necessary to use the enhanced mode in a lot of occasions. Could be down to the optical stabilization being better on the full frame 15-30 lens, but it's worth knowing that the rolling shutter seems worse on the R50 compared to the R8.
Digital IS on.
Digital. So I think it's fine. I mean, these kind of bodies are fine if you're just going to be shooting stills, because I don't think you really need IBIS as such. Oh, look at the shape of those as well.
I don't know, is it this screen or just a picture profile? It's like, it looks really contrasty. So it kind of difficult to expose it, either really bright or really dark.
This doesn't have many like video picture profiles, does it?
No, it's just the most basic, like
Yeah.
back to like 5D Mark II.
So even though this is sort of like entry-ish level, they have got it's like the R6 Mark II. It's got the false color, and then you've got C-Log 3.
C-Log.
Yeah. Which is nice, isn't it?
This, I only got the neutral. Actually, I should customize to neutral, I forgot. Neutral -4. Not much different on this screen. Your face now is in the right exposure, but then your leg is overexposed in the sun and your hand is overexposed. It's so contrasty. At least in this screen and viewfinder, I'm not sure is it in the end result. Actually, the screen is worse than the viewfinder. I keep complaining, like I can't handle entry-level cameras.
Yeah, they're too difficult to use, these entry-level cameras. But even though they're entry-level, okay, it's got a mic input that's almost kind of standard these days. You've got that HDMI, it's a micro, isn't it? But yours is on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is a little bit like, it's so small, they kind of ran out of space to put it.
Yeah, that's the problem with this coming out on the right side. It's already not a really great grip. And now it's like, you can't even use the grip. You can't even grip it now. You just have to.
Even when you don't have the cables on the right hand side, it's a bit fiddly to hold.
One thing is that it's so small, when you put your palm on the grip, cycles through the shooting modes.
And the grip, it's kind of feel like you should just use your finger
Yeah.
or your palm.
It's like you're like a little crab, like pinching it like that. Because it never really fully fits on it. You could probably get about three fingers on it, like that. So Locke has got a camera which is probably more suited to his style of shooting video. That's a better video camera by far than that. That's got 4K 60, which uses full width of the sensor. Then you can do 180 frames per second in full HD, I believe. This one,
And I'm now finally using a anti-filter.
yes, yeah. So
That's too small.
yeah, too small. Well,
I don't have a step-up ring.
well, it is a small body. I mean, this lens is tiny as well, but it's a small body.
It is so small.
You can just hold it, because this comes in black and white, and I can hold both of them in one hand at the same time. There we are. I can just do that to fire off the shot. It's a new way of shooting. I feel like Iron Man.
I really like the R8 for video. The C-Log 3 files look great. Lack of center shift stabilization doesn't prove problematic, even without using digital stabilization. It's the cheapest full-frame Canon RF mount camera that offers excellent video features. It does 4K 60 full frame too.
For some reason, like dinosaur noises. Jurassic World. There's much more humans.
Oh.
Whoa, my glasses are steaming up.
Oh, it feels like Hong Kong here.
It's like when you go from shopping mall
Yeah.
to outdoors. Everything is more simplified, less buttons and stuff, so sometimes it feels like you need to use the touchscreen, but actually it's got an ISO button The R8 doesn't have an ISO button.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, but there's only got one dial here. So if you want to change your shutter speed and aperture, then you have to kind of press something else before using the dial. Look at that droopy one. Got to take a selfie
here.
Got to take a selfie with that one.
What is smelly here?
Is it? That's me.
Actually, this autofocusing, like now it's not focused on anything. Sometimes it's...
Is it?
I kind of feel like the autofocusing is not as good as some other Canon. Because when I was shooting with this, especially this,
Yeah.
quite a few times I have to tap the screen.
Right.
Tap the screen. Now it focus.
Oh, my battery's running low on this.
Both use the same battery, kinda surprisingly, and unsurprisingly, the R8 battery life isn't as long as the R50.
Made in Japan.
Cool.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
Like made in Japan, maybe it doesn't matter too much, but then it just feels like, oh, it's like better value, it's from Japan. By the way, it's showing that thermometer icon
Is it?
for quite a while.
Okay. Do you want to swap over, or do you
still
want
going, though.
Okay. You want to see how far it will go? Take it to the limit.
Maybe it's fine. But then it is 12 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, one thing is that we went to the Canon press event and we tried these out. We were in a little room,
Yeah.
locked in a room.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to leave. And then we just played with this. Filmed with it for, I don't know how long?
Really short.
Not a long time.
10 minutes, something.
This one, the R8, started to overheat. Did it switch off or it just had the icon?
No, it's showing the icon.
Okay, but it is a much thinner body than, say, the R6 Mark II. It is one of the slimmest mirrorless full-frame bodies.
It is.
It's crazy. It's still rolling though. It's got, what's that? It's got like a few bars over there. I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like a radiator, or would that eventually fill up? Would that eventually fill up?
I don't know. It's showing that for a while.
Yeah.
The overheating sounded a bit alarming, so Locke took it back to the lab, aka his kitchen, and had a special controlled heat environment, aka his living room and his oven, for further testing. That little meter next to the thermometer icon fills up gradually to show you how long you have until the camera will switch off due to the overheating. There's 10 bars. Under 19 degrees C temp on a cloudy day, the R50 reached 10 bars and switched off after 50 mins. The R8 used up the whole battery with only 4 bars on the overheating meter. In the oven at 36 to 37 degrees, the R50 stopped almost as soon as it was switched on, and the R8 managed to record for 1 hour and 1 minute, which is the duration of the battery. Check out Locke's video for the full test, but I think that's quite good from the R8, especially given that I was worried that it might overheat with a smaller body, and we initially encountered the thermometer icon only with less than 30 minutes of recording previously, but that's because it lets you know early on, giving you advance warning, courtesy of that meter, of when your camera will switch off. With that in mind, I think the R8 is fantastic value, giving you a hybrid mirrorless camera with features that are quite formidable. It's affordable not only for the Canon range, but for any full-frame mirrorless camera. The R50 is of course much more accessible in terms of price. The R50 is small, it's fun, it's a good step into Canon's mirrorless system, and if you want to take a next step up, well, the R8 would be a very good choice to make. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you want to set up your own domain, online retail space or website, it's super simple to get started and make your next move with Squarespace. With an easy to use interface filled with loads of templates and backed up with 24/7 customer service. You can try it out with a 14-day free trial and get 10% off your first order with this link and discount code.
Then it's plus minus 5%. It's too wide, the range. So that when you use it like this, it's like everything is cheaper. 5%, that's too wide.
This behind the scenes is what you don't see in the final edit. Is not what we'll be seeing now. Just this. Look, was just saying, why can't the log assist, view assist be in right next to the log setting?
Turns out it is. On Canon. It is better. I mean, the Canon menu system is better.
But there's,
It's just we used to the other.
you just get used to different logic. And then when logical logic happens, it's like, where is it?
It's like when you're so
It's too
used
easy.
to. It's like when you're so used to Windows, and then you get a Mac. It's like,
Oh,
where's the stuff?
opening can of
Actually-
worms there. Oh no, it's on timer mode. I've actually switched it to timer mode.
Timer.
See the details of those bum cheeks. That's a little bit much, isn't it?
I don't think a rabbit looks like that.
No,
I mean, I don't think a rabbit would have a bum like that.
I don't think so, no. That's very human-like. The sculpture of that was probably, you know, they did the top part, and then as they got to that, they thought, oh, what does Bunny's arse look like? I don't know, let me look in the mirror. Probably like that. I'll do that. Oh, look at this. It actually looks like a bunch of penises. Look. Look at the shape of that. I should do, you know, keep moving just so it stays visually interesting while I'm trying to find something in the menu system. So there's different bracketing's. There's focus bracketing as well. That's the annoying thing with Sony, is that because they spam you with all their cameras, you end up getting used to their slightly awkward logic. And now, when we go back to the Canon, it's like, oh, where do I find stuff?
Why
Here we are.
why is it so easy? I can't use it.
It's too damn easy. You should make it more difficult.